Hello everybody, myself Jyoti Maikar and this is third lecture of composition of simple harmonic motion. So today we are going to talk about superposition of two parallel simple harmonic motions of same period. Now consider a particle which is subjected to two restoring forces acting along the same line, each causing the particle to perform simple harmonic motion of the same frequency omega. So here we have said same period. Same period means same frequency, that is same omega. Thus, two parallel simple harmonic motions act on the particle simultaneously. Suppose their amplitudes are different, a1, a2, their initial phases are different, phi 1, phi 2, but omega is same. So let us consider the equations of the two SHMs as x1 equals to a1 sine omega t plus phi 1, x2 equals to a2 sine omega t plus phi 2. So we have, by the principle of superposition, the resultant displacement x, that is equals to x1 plus x2. Now substitute the values of x1 and x2. We will get a1 sin omega t plus phi 1 plus a2 sin omega t plus phi 2. So now we have know the formula sin a plus omega, sin a plus b, it is equals to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So we will use this formula. So x equals to a1 sin omega t cos phi 1 plus a1 cos omega t sin phi 1 plus a2 sin omega t cos phi 2 plus a2 cos omega t sin phi 2. Now we will collect the terms of sin omega t. So here we have a sin omega t and here we have sin omega t. So sin omega t I have taken common. It will be a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2 plus cos omega t. In the bracket we will have a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2. So suppose a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2, it is a cos delta, and a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2, it is suppose a sin delta. And we will name these equations, number these equations as 1 and 2. Now we can write x equals to a sin omega t cos delta plus a cos omega t sin delta. A can be taken common. We will get sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, that is sin a plus b, that is sin omega t plus delta. Now this equation 3 shows that the resultant motion is simple harmonic motion with amplitude a and phase delta. Now what we have to do is our aim is now to find out the capital A, that is the resultant amplitude, and the resultant phase, that is delta. So for that what we will do, we will square the equation 1 and equation 2, and then we will add them. So take squares of equation 1 and 2 and add them. So we will get a1 square cos square phi 1 plus a2 square cos square phi 2 plus 2a1 a2 cos square 1 cos phi 2. It is equals to a square cos square delta plus second equation, that is a1 square sin square phi 1 plus a2 square sin square phi 2 plus 2a1 a2 sin phi 1 sin phi 2 equals to a square sin square delta. We will add. Now a1 square cos square phi 1 plus a1 square sin square phi 1. a1 square can be taken common. Cos square phi 1 plus sin square phi 1, that is 1. So we will get only a1 square. Similarly, a2 square cos square phi 2 plus a2 square sin square phi 2. a2 square will be taken common. Inside the bracket you will have cos square phi 2 plus sin square phi 2 again, which is 1. So we will get only a2 square. Here 2a1 a2 can be taken common. Inside the bracket you will get cos phi 1 cos phi 2 plus sin phi 1 sin phi 2. We know that cos a cos b plus sin a sin b, it is cos a minus b. So that is how I can write cos phi 1 minus phi 2. It is equals to a square cos square delta plus a square sin square delta. A square, inside the bracket you will have cos square delta plus sin square delta, which is 1. So naturally I will have only a square. So that is how I got the value of a square as a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi 1 minus phi 2. Now for finding out delta, we will divide equation 2 and 1. So we will get a sin delta upon a cos delta. It is equals to a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2 upon a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2. A will get cancelled, and we know that sin delta upon cos delta is tan delta. So we are getting this value of tan delta. So now we have calculated the value of amplitude of resultant SHM and the phase angle of the resultant SHM. Now let us consider the special cases. Case first, when the two superposed SHMs, they are in phase with each other. That means phi 1 minus phi 2, it is either 0 or 2 pi or 4 pi and so on. So we know that cos 0 or cos 2 pi or cos 4 pi, it is 1. So we will substitute this value of cos phi in the equation of amplitude, this equation. A square equals to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi 1 minus phi 2 is 1. So we will get only a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2. That means it is nothing but a1 plus a2 whole square. So if I take square root, I will get a equals to a1 plus a2. Now this is how the rough sketch I can get. Suppose this is the first, the red line indicates the first SHM. Okay. And the second green line, it indicates the second SHM acting on the particle. Now when they are in phase, as you can see, this first SHM and the second SHM, they are in phase because crest is coinciding with crest, trough is coinciding with trough. So resultant will be the sum of the amplitude. So x1 plus x2, it will be x. So that is how this is the resultant which I am getting, which is coinciding with the crest and trough of the individual displacements, and it is the sum of the two displacements. Now, second case, when the two superposed SHMs are out of phase, that means phi 1 minus phi 2 will be pi or 3 pi or 5 pi and so on. We know that cos phi 1 minus phi 2, it is minus 1. So if I substitute a square equals to a1 square plus a2 square minus 2a1 a2 plus 2a1 a1 a2, cos phi 1 minus phi 2 is minus 1. So I will get minus sign over here. This is nothing but a1 minus a2 whole square. So if I take square root, I will get a equals to a1 minus a2. Okay, so when the two SHMs, they are in phase, we get the resultant amplitude, it is equals to a1 plus a2, and when the two SHMs, they are out of phase, we get resultant amplitude, it is equals to a1 minus a2. So it is something like this. Suppose the green one, it is the first SHM, okay, acting on the particle, and x2, suppose it is the second SHM which is acting on the particle. Resultant of this two, it will be subtraction, so x2 minus x1. So this is, it will lie in between this, and it is obviously out of phase. Okay, so this is the way how does it look. Thank you so much.